Hello, everyone. I'm here with Amanda Jordan,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk. Hi, I'm sorry. And we're going to talk about a little bit about your career and your song, and then a little bit about Feeling Butterflies, because you and I will see each other with the whole cast and Marita, the director, on the 12th, right? At 3. So
Yes.
they'll have to tune in. So, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. Now, I mean, I wanted to wait for a minute before I say this, but you have the greatest sense of style. Like your color palettes, your like the clothing that you choose, to me, it's like classy, but hot, but it's gorgeous. It really is. It's gorgeous.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Are you like into like fashion? I saw you do a cute little like dress with me kind of thing. Are you
Yeah,
into it?
I love fashion. I'm crazy about it. I'm really glad that's how you see my style.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of discussions about like brand development and brand planning, but frankly and generally speaking, I just kind of pick what I like
Oh.
and go for it. I do like to pick like a color theme for each release. So for Love You to Pieces, it was kind of like white and pink, and then
Mhm.
Choose You, it was very pink. So I kind of find that fun to like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gorgeous. I mean, just today I think I saw you in something that like your one whole pant leg was like one color or something, right? And then something was something. Where who's helped style you? Do you find this stuff on your own? Is it a secret?
No. So right next door to where I live in Nashville, there's this really cute boutique shop called Alexis and Bolt. And every time I like have a photo shoot or like a video shoot or a content shoot, I head over there and I always find something super cute. I love their style. I forget the brand of that outfit. But it's on my Instagram. I did tag them. Yeah, super cute. And that's where a lot of my stuff is from. But I also love Revolve and Aritzia. Those are kind of my go-tos.
So it's in Nashville. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the name of the shop again?
Alexis and Bolt.
Bolt. BOLT.
Yeah, like
Oh.
lightning. Hmm.
That's nice.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit like so I want everyone to get to know you. So
Mhm.
can you cuz I mean, you're going to be in this movie and you're going to wind up with like this huge following because they're going to love you. There and you know there's like a huge following for Kayla and Kevin and Marita, and now you're included in that little, little group. So I'm excited for you. Now, can you tell us like a tiny bit about like where you grew up? Are you from the States, Canada, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so I grew up in Smith Falls, Ontario, which is right in between
Mhm.
Kingston and Ottawa. Very small town. I lived in the country on a lake with my parents, and I spent a lot of time. Both my grandparents had farms, so I spent a lot of time there. Um, I was in a few plays as a child, and then I decided after university I wanted to give acting a shot. So I found an agent in Toronto, and they started submitting me for roles.
What was your first like official movie?
Hmm. I was in a show a long time ago. I think I was like 16.
Oh, you were young.
The show was a movie and it was called Killing Daddy. It was kind of
Okay.
a psychological thriller, and I was a performer on that. So they licensed two of my original songs, and I was performing on like American Idol as someone was being murdered or something. I honestly don't remember too much about it, but
Yeah.
that was my first role. And then my second role was a show called Holly Hobby, and I booked that role literally 3 months before I booked this role. So I'm very new to all of this. Do you know that show?
No, I just love Holly Hobby. I know the doll and all that, so I don't know about the show at all.
Yeah,
That's really cool. It's not out yet, right? Or
it's
is
not.
it?
It's not out.
No. So
Um,
it's Holly Hobby, like Holly Hobby the doll?
yes. Well, that's what it's after. It's kind of like a teenager show. This young girl with red hair. She's the main character. So yeah, it is based off of the doll. But yeah, it's season 3, I believe. So the show is already out if you want to check it out.
Okay, I will definitely have to do that. I like that. I didn't even know a thing about that. That's cool. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing.
Yeah.
So, how about like you got music and then you've got acting? So, music first, singing since you were a child,
Mhm.
natural lessons. What is it?
I was always singing as a child. My mom likes to tell the story of her coming home to the caregiver, telling her at 18 months, I was standing in the crib singing Nobody Knows by Patsy Cline. And my mom was like, this lady's crazy. There's no way that really happened. Lo and behold, the song was actually on my nursery rhyme tape that my brother and I listened to going to sleep every night. So I really was singing, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I guess since then, I've been into music. Took violin lessons. I took piano lessons, guitar, vocals, all that growing up. I was in a band in grade 8 called Plan B. We didn't know what Plan B meant at the time.
I was just
cool name. We were like, yeah, Plan B.
right.
Yeah, so that was really fun. And then I went to a school of the arts called Canterbury High School in Ottawa. And then I applied for the music program at Carleton University. And then I couldn't wait to move to Nashville. So my last semester, I upped and moved, and I finished my last course online. So and I've been here in Nashville for 3 years.
Do you love it?
I love it. I really, really do. Have you been?
Yes. Just like for a hop and a skip and then on my destination to somewhere else. But in that short amount of time, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's something I'll definitely put on my list once, flying is easier. Well, I definitely want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like a fish out of water, or were you very much like, oh, this is like home away from home when you arrived?
It was like home away from home right away. If I'm being honest, I was definitely nervous because I didn't know anybody moving. The week before I was having a lot of doubt and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but I think really it was the best decision I could have made. Everyone here has music in common, from your Uber driver to your cashier. Like, everyone loves music, and also nobody's really from here, right? So everyone is really just like welcoming and wanting to make new friends, and it has music in common. So I think it's really special, and it's a very like family warm environment here. So
now I was listening to your song. I've been listening to it all day, and your newest one, I have it on my Alexa playing. It's gorgeous. But I was wondering, do you write your own lyrics? Do you write the music? Like, how, like, is it somebody else's and you're singing it? Like, do you have a little story behind that?
So a lot of my songs I do write. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I'll get in a room with 2 other writers, and we'll generally have a hook for the song, and then we write the chorus, and then we do the verses. For I Choose You, that was really different because it was a different song for me to put out, because it's one of the few that I didn't write on. Natalie Stovall and oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
It's okay.
Natalie Stovall and what is her name? Let me get it for you here. Natalie Stovall and Ruthie Collins wrote on that, and very talented writers here in Nashville. And I just, as soon as I heard the song, I felt connected to it, and I just knew that it was a song that I wanted to release.
It's now. I've been playing it, and I can play it in my classroom too. So you're going to have a little new fan base with my 5th graders. They're loving it too.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know. Sometimes they pop in too. If not now, they'll watch it later. So is there a story behind it other than it was just something that you like? How would they match you to the song? Do you know what I mean? Like, they write it, and then how does it arrive and wind up for you?
Well, my management team pitched me the song to release it. So they wrote it, and then my management team pitched it to me, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. And when the Bachelor opportunity came about, it was like, this is so fitting. So yeah, and the Bachelor experience was really kind of hectic, because I had planned to put this song out, and then they they called me 2 days before I had to be on set. And I really thought, I didn't think that they would call me. They submitted me, but I didn't see it actually happening. And then when they called me 2 days before, I was like, okay, well, I have to do this. So I had 2 days to book the flight, find musicians, buy a dress, which I did literally 2 hours before I had to be on set. So it was all kind of crazy, but it was kind of good because I didn't really have time to get nervous. I think that was a good thing. Until after the fact, I was like, what is my life and what just happened?
But I don't know. Now it's like a really cool memory. You get to talk about it. I mean, that's really exciting. I love that.
Yeah.
I saw clips. I haven't seen like the full thing yet, but I'll make sure I make time to watch it. I like to do my little research on everyone before, you know, I get a chance to really meet you in person. Is there like someone that you've admired along the way? Or I'm not saying that you know how sometimes people ask the question, you know, who you model yourself after, but you want to be uniquely you. I get that. But is there someone that you admire, or if that person in the music industry came up to you to compliment you, that you would value their opinion or their compliment? Is there someone that stands out?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Kacey Musgraves. I love her old stuff. I love her new stuff. I see you've been sharing the Butterflies song by her. Big fan, big fan. I think she's super talented, great writer. I love Carly Pierce. I'm also really I've been loving Cody Johnson lately. He just released a song called Till You Can't, which I'm just like obsessed with. If you haven't heard it, you should check it out. Songs with a message are really important to me. Songs that make people feel something and impact people in a positive way. That's kind of what I'm all about. And that's what I try to do with my writing.
I had the opportunity to see Kacey Musgraves in concert, and she opened for Harry Styles. And oh my gosh, what a performance that she put on.
Wow.
She was amazing. And I always say, when I grow up, I want to look like her. I want to have her clothes, her hair, her fun personality. I want to be her. She's like amazing. My students know her too. If I love them, then I have to play it for my students, because I want the younger generation to have like not just the same stuff. I want them to experience all kinds of things. And so I'll put it out there. And they're a fan of hers too now.
Aww.
I know.
I love that.
Now, when I was checking you out, you have a website, and I want people to go to the website. So I will link it when this posts. I'll put it in the description. But it's like visually appealing. It's like gorgeous, like all the color palettes that you choose for what you're wearing. I mean,
Thank you.
Help with that? Did you do that like on purpose, kind of coordinate, or it just happened?
So my manager at the time, Omar Lodge, put that together, and he's very good with colors, and he's very multi-talented. So he did a great job with that. Yeah,
he did. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'll make sure I link it for you. All right. So now here you are. You said you have the Holly Hobby, right? And now you have Feeling Butterflies. How in the world did this happen? What happened?
So at the beginning of the pandemic, my acting management sent me this audition. And since it was a pandemic, we couldn't do anything in person. So I set my mom up on Zoom in my room here in Nashville, and she read the other actors' lines, and we submitted, and then we just waited. And yeah, when they called me to tell me the news, I was so thrilled. I was so excited. This would be only my second role. So, and also they were filming in Elmont, which is literally 40 minutes from my parents' house. So
perfect.
It was like right next door. So I was like, this is great.
It
was so much fun.
Now, is this your first Hallmark movie? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, we're going to wind up seeing you in more. I know it. And you're working with Marita, who said, when I chatted with her for all of like 2 minutes, because she's always bopping around, she's like, she loves you. And Marita, Marita, she takes like people with her. Like, you know what I mean? If she's loving you, I'm sure I'm speaking for her now, but I expect that the next thing she does or somewhere down the line, you'll be involved in it too.
She's just the sweetest. I'm just so thankful for everything she's done for me. And
yeah, she's good like that. Yep. So I have a question about your character. Like, if you want, do you want to reveal her name, a little bit about her? Because she kind of seems a little extra.
Just a little.
Everybody's a little extra on that show or in that movie.
That's very true. So yes, Rebecca O'Keefe is my character. Rebecca is a very wealthy and poised businesswoman who is also a bit entitled, and let's just say it's Rebecca's world and everyone else is a very small part in it.
Oh.
Yes. I guess I think that's all I can say, right?
No, and that's a good teaser. And okay, so by any chance is your music in this movie or no?
It's not. Hopefully in the future,
Yes.
my music will be involved in
Yes.
homework stuff, but not this time, no.
They probably didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? With the timing, like when your song came out and then like the movie was ready, I don't think it didn't coincide, right? Like your song was first before anything.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now your wedding gown. That was gorgeous. Did you have any say in like any of your costumes? Sarah's about to pop on soon. So
Okay.
do you have any say in what you were wearing or your sense of style or?
I didn't, but Sarah Carroll, she just absolutely crushed it as usual. She did a fantastic job. Everything really matched my character and it fit really well. And it was really special to be able to wear a wedding dress on set. I will admit that I was literally 3 days before I had to be on set, I was going through a bit of a breakup. So I was a little emotional to wear the dress, but I pulled it together and it ended up being really fun. So
they did your hair too. Your hair was gorgeous. I saw the braid. Now, were there butterflies in your hair?
Yes. Yeah.
All the extra stuff. This is why you're all extra, because you had all the, like Catherine, she was on and Kahoot, and she was saying that makes you feel like she had come off of set and she had this wig with this big ponytail, but then she had her natural gorgeous hair. And she was like, you makes you feel the part, the character. She was all about the hair and the makeup and the outfit. So that's really like important. Yes. And you look gorgeous. Now, I'm not leaking anything. These are things that were promos that were shared. So what are you looking forward to about the whole, like, it's going to premiere? Like, what are you hoping, happens?
I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I just hope I'm not like cringing the whole time at my acting. But
no.
I'm really excited. I love Hallmark and I love everybody that I met on set. Was just so fun to work with. So I'm just happy to see everyone thriving and doing their thing and just killing it. So I'm really excited for everybody.
While you're still here, I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm going to pop in your hello, Sarah, you're on mute. It's okay. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Look who's with us in the middle.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
You were talking about her gorgeous wedding gown that was chosen for her.
Oh, it was beautiful on you.
It was.
Good.
You guys did such a great job with all of the outfits. Everyone just looked fantastic. So,
did you get to take anything home, Amanda? Any of the costumes or any of the pieces? No. We're not allowed to really do it.
You know what? I didn't. I really didn't think to ask. I was just like, it was my first experience, but I will say I took home a lot of really incredible memories with everybody. And it was just a really, really fun experience.
So Sarah, we're going to segue into you, but before we do, let's see if we've got any questions for Amanda here. And Sarah, thank you for doing this, because I know you're on the job right now, right?
I am. I snuck away though. I was able to leave because I realized I forgot my charger for my computer, so I had to speed home quickly.
All right. Okay. This was a question that I saw pop up from Janice. She wanted to know, why did you want to move to Nashville? Was it because of the music?
Yes, I wanted to move to Nashville because of music. I'm a singer-songwriter, and being in Canada, it's so dispersed. It's tough to write there, and here, musicians are everywhere, and it's, been really fun to make new friends and learn a lot. So definitely moving to Nashville has always been a dream, and I'm just so happy that I made that decision.
You're living your dream. She had one more question for you too. She said, if you could only have one career, this is a trick question. Don't answer that. You're gonna say both. You want both.
I want it all. I wanted both. I really cannot choose. Someone asked me this question the other day, and I just said both. I think you can do both.
Yes.
It just means that you have to work really hard, and that's okay.
You kept Reba McEntire. I mean, she had not a talk show. She had like her sitcom. I still watch it, and singing. And then she's in movies. She can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, I want you to stay. I don't want you to leave, but if your time is limited, you can go. You could say goodbye to everyone because we will get to see you again on the 12th. And then we have some questions for you, Sarah. I'm so happy you came because I'm excited about the costumes in this movie.
It was really fun to do.
It was fun. Are you going to stay, Amanda?
I'm going to head out, but
Okay.
it was so nice chatting with you. Thank you so much for having me on. And Sarah, I really hope I get to work with you again. It was just so much fun.
Please come back to us.
We'll see you. And I will answer for Arlene the question about your music, unless you want to do that
you can check out my music on everywhere you stream it. So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, wherever that is.
Right.
All that stuff, those platforms.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. So thank you. I really appreciate that you popped on because I understand that you have got a crazy hectic schedule.
Oh, no, I'm excited to be here.
Yay. And so Marita loves you. And she's like telling me I'm like, I have to have her on. Thank you for sharing this information with me because I mean, the costumes in this movie are really cool. But before we get started, I just wanted to know a few things, like for me personally. So anybody else that out there, I mean, they can ask their questions. These are mine first. How did you think it started? Like, was it something that you said, I want to be a costume designer or a designer in general, or did you kind of fall into it?
No, I never even thought of this as a career. I started in fashion design. So I did my 3 years of schooling there at LaSalle College in Montreal. And then after I finished that, I realized I like styling people more than actually making the clothes. So I had a childhood friend who I knew was in the industry. So I talked to her after I graduated and she got me into the film industry. So I started at the bottom and just worked my way up.
I know. I saw that. I saw I always research my people and I saw truck designer and I'm like, when in the world is a truck designer? Right. And I thought it said trunk, but it literally said truck. So you're in some kind of vehicle and you help them like change, alter clothes. What is that? Is that what it is?
Well, there are a bunch of different positions in wardrobe. So truck supervisor is one of them. So that's where all the costumes are. And you start there by doing the lineups, everything that everyone's going to wear during the day. And you put it in their trailers, help them get dressed, do the cleaning of the wardrobe, any tailoring, all of that on the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I think, okay, that's like kind of like get your hands dirty kind of a job.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So now how did you and Marita meet?
I don't remember how long ago it was. She came, so I've been with the same company for, I would say, at least 5 years now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So she came on as director and I was costume designer. And that's how we met. And I think we've done, I would say, a good 5 to 6 movies together now.
Yes.
They just went so fast.
Wow. Well, that's a good thing. That's not bad, right? You're busy.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, we love it.
I know. Now, what about feeling butterflies? Whose idea was it to, I don't know if it was already in the script or was it something that collectively you started to talk about to make things, because it's kind of like over the top from what I've seen. So maybe I'm just only seeing the over the top stuff, but I don't know, even the color palette, even if it doesn't have a butterfly on it, it kind of has the butterfly palette, do you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it starts with we read the script. So some of the things are scripted. So we go off that and then elaborate from there. And then I put together mood boards of what I think each character will look like.
Okay.
And then Marita tells me what she thinks the characters should look like, and we mesh them together. And then we go from there. It's fun to elaborate on each costume and make it as crazy as we can.
And when I was talking to Amanda, I'm like, Amanda, I feel like your character's a little over the top, and the same with Catherine's too. Her character's a little over the top, and then Kayla, of course, is like so sweet. And I talked to Alyssa, and she said she even got to take home some of the clothing, which is great.
Yes.
Now,
I love when they get to leave with a few pieces.
Good. That's good. What happens if they don't take the stuff home? Where's that go?
Well, we have an office, and it's just filled with clothing from all movies that we do. So we can pull from that for other movies. But Feeling Butterflies was pretty specific. So I think it'll be a while until those get used again.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off? I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw Kayla with these cute sneakers, and it had butterfly on it. So now, did you embellish that, or did you actually find that?
We actually found those from Aldo.
And from where?
Aldo.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then when you what about the pandemic? Trying to find all that stuff during a pandemic?
It definitely was a struggle. So everything, the majority of it was ordering online. So hoping that it comes in time. But yeah, that was a struggle. So we'd find pieces that are close to what we want. And then we would work from there and dye them or add different pieces to them. But we only have so much time. So it's a big time crunch
now,
to be able to do all that.
The guys, I saw Ish had I don't know, it appears to be yellow, but he had butterflies all over his shirt.
Yeah.
Did you find that, or did you have to kind of create that?
No, we found that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. And Kevin McGarry's a big guy. I mean, he is tall.
He is a big guy.
Was that a challenge trying to figure out something for him, or you had your sources?
Well, I've worked with him a few times now. So I just knew that he was, I'd get everything from big and tall for him. Okay. Everything was tall. So that made it a little bit easier knowing the stores to order from.
Right, for him.
And then tailoring.
Does he by any chance, maybe you're not allowed to show this, does he wear a suit in this movie? Or is it always the more casual wear?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like he does wear, I think he might wear a suit.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see if you kept to the color palette with the suit for the butterflies, because it seems like everything, which we won't give away because everything else is that way. Now, Amanda's wedding gown, something you purchased?
Actually, that wedding dress we got from Value Village, and we just altered it to her.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, that was pretty cool. You got to go out. One time I was talking to Barbara Gregusova. She does the costume designing for When Calls the Heart. And I mean, she was on for an hour, and I showed her every kind of picture, and we went and talked in detail. It was really a lot of fun. And I am surprised at how often she finds things like in a thrifty type of a shop, especially because it's a period piece, and then alters or does whatever to it. I mean, it turns out being pretty amazing. So is there anything that, I remember someone, I don't know if it was Marita or if it was maybe Kayla talking about, or Catherine, how you had a butterfly dress, probably for Catherine, and you made it extra, you did something to it.
Yes. So that dress we did find, and then I added 3D butterflies on top of the butterflies on the dress. Yeah.
Would you sew them on? Was it what was it?
I had to hand sew each one on.
Like a little jewel, right?
Yes, and they were very delicate, so we had to fix them a lot.
And be careful with what you were doing.
Yeah, no sitting in that dress.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there was a lot of rain. I saw some of the behind the scenes, and when that happens, if something like, what if something gets destroyed or gets too wet or whatever? Has that ever happened? Like, do you have backup, a replacement?
Well, actually, yeah, one of the days, I think it was the wedding day, it was raining a lot and a lot of them got wet. So we didn't have doubles for their stuff and we had to blow dry it one piece at a time.
Okay.
So I have 2 other girls on my team and we all had to blow dry their clothing to get it ready so they could shoot again.
Talk about stress, right?
Yes. Yes. Just a little bit of stress on set.
Is there something that was your favorite? Any one of the pieces, or even if it was like an accessory, because I know there's some cute accessories too.
I feel like the butterfly dress was the most fun to put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did anybody get to keep their stuff, or you don't know? Besides Alyssa.
A few people took a couple pieces. But we have the main big ones at our office still. Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes you might want them because then you want it like as like a little memento. I don't know if you'd actually ever go out and wear it again. You might. Yeah. But Alyssa's excited. She's like, oh, in the summertime, I've got all these cool clothes. But she's a little different too because she's a child, and I don't know how often do you have to dress somebody her age. It's probably not often, right?
No, it's not very often. So holding on to children's clothing, there's not really any point. So I'd rather someone who loves the clothing take it in the end.
They take it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if we had to be looking out for some like little Easter eggy things, what's something that we should be checking out and looking for costume-wise?
Ooh.
Something cool.
Oh,
you can hint at.
Well, there was, this was actually props that did it. Part with a birthday party and children. And one of the accessories that they wear around at that it's very fun, very cute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now there's a mud scene, and I'm thinking I mean, there's a real mud scene. Like Kayla's whole back looked like it. Was that like, first of all, I'm wondering if they really meant it to be that muddy or if that kind of just happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was supposed to be that muddy, but once they got into it, they just rolled with it and got as much as they could from it.
And then was that it for those outfits that day? They were done?
Those outfits were done. We did have backups for those just in case we didn't get it the first time, but yes, those are garbage after.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I was looking at that and it's a promo. And as I'm looking at it, I'm looking and laughing because Kevin has like mud on his face and his shirt. But then when I saw Kayla running, I was like, her whole backside is covering mud. That means that her outfit's trashed. You know, even the shoes and whatnot.
Yeah, they were rolling around in that mud. I felt bad for them, but they were troopers.
That was fun. I like that. Do you have anything like I know you're working on something right now and you probably can't like divulge the information, but is there anything that we should be on the lookout for? Something coming up soon?
Well, there are a couple Christmas that we just did. Christmas is what we're doing right now, actually.
Okay.
That's about all I can say about it.
Okay. We'll be looking.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last one that would be coming out. There's just so many that they all mesh into one and I can't remember.
No, and that's fine. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited because what I've seen so far, I'm enjoying. So I would love it if they did more like not that it's outlandish, but things that stand out. Like, you know, the costumes that the wardrobe girls did in the wedding veils, you know, the trilogy. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. They were so, each one was so unique and gorgeous. Accessory wise, people are still saying, where can I get the handbag? Where can I get this? And I'm definitely a butterfly person. So I'm feeling the same way about this movie, because the little pieces I saw, like a butterfly on a sneaker. I think Kayla hinted at some jewelry and accessories. And we're all like, well, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Is there a special, like when you ordered online, it wasn't like you ordered through Amazon. Was there somewhere special? You did?
Yeah.
Oh, so we just have to like plug in butterflies and shop around.
Yeah. The majority was Amazon because that's the fastest we could get the stuff.
Oh.
Without any delays. Yeah. So Amazon.
Okay. Well, that's
for us.
Thank you, because, you know, we can do that. We can handle that.
Yeah.
I did look up for a few things. Like I found like a black and white sweater, and I wore that when Kayla came on. And then I found this real flowy, pretty peachy one with all butterflies on it. And I wore that for Catherine. But what I found that was really cute, and I don't know if you use this in any way with the younger children, you know, scenes. There was a headband, and I wore it with when I was interviewed Alyssa, and the butterflies sort of come out, and they look like, because they're on this little pieces of wire, and they kind of like go around your head, which it was hilarious on me. But I was like, there's a lot of fun things. So I'm thinking, nah, they didn't go Amazon route, but you did.
Yeah. And actually Shein was a big one too. They had a lot of butterfly stuff.
I wouldn't even think, and they got to you on time with what you needed?
Half of it did.
Yeah, because sometimes that, I know, overseas or however it's being shipped can be a little tricky.
Yeah, and everything was delayed because of COVID. So it was, we had to overshop and just hope that half of it would show up.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it though. And I mean, it's going to be a fun movie. And it's like I said, the costume is like its own character. I'm sure after we see the movie, we'll have 42 questions. So I'll have to shoot you some like little emails or on social media. And then you could, we'll screenshot it and say, what about this? What about this?
Yeah, I'll tell you everything.
All right.
Get it all.
Okay. That's wonderful. There's the cast and Marita on the 12th. Will be together, right? Like at 3:00 I'll host it, and they're going to be talking about everything together as one before the movie actually premieres.
Oh, so, nice.
Yes, and it's coming up. Did you know that it's premiering on the 12th? You probably are in Christmas land, and it's okay. I'm telling you.
I didn't know that it was coming out then.
You know what? Kayla was on, and we were talking about one of her movies, and she's like, "It's on." I didn't even know it was already released. So I know you. Yeah.
Sometimes they just pop up and I'm like, oh, I'm okay. Watch this now. Right? Yeah.
So it's coming up not this weekend, but next. So be on the lookout for us, you know, posting things and asking you questions. There are some comments and questions for you down here. Sharon says, Sarah's work seems so interesting, possibly stressful at times, like when it rains, but still fun. If I were younger, I'd love to do that kind of work. Aww.
Oh, yes, it is. It's a high stress all the time, but it is very rewarding in the end. Yeah. So it's worth it.
Now, you said you worked your way through. So how long have you been in this field?
Oh, I'm going to say 8 to 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so I've done every position in wardrobe. I actually worked in the beginning in transport for a little bit, so I would stay within the film industry, and then it was full-time in wardrobe.
And I feel like a lot of people are in the transport, like going, either it's taking things or people back and forth, right? Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it just took a little bit of time to move up, but being in Ottawa as well, you move up a lot faster. It's very small here, so that's nice. So Toronto, it would be a little different.
More difficult because it's more bigger, competitive kind of.
Very competitive.
Not that you don't deserve it. Okay. You can go and do it. I'm sure you could go to Toronto and they're going to say, oh, look at this. Yes, we must have you.
That maybe. I do like Ottawa though.
I know. I love things like that too, because it's sort of like a family for you, because you said you've been with the same people for a while. So.
Yeah, it is a family.
Yeah.
So it's nice knowing who you're working with every day.
Yeah. I agree. Janice said, is the Christmas thing the wonderful usual Hallmark? Is it for Hallmark?
I'm not sure if it's for Hallmark yet. I'm not sure.
They still have to shop it around?
Yes, I think this one they're still shopping. Some we know in the beginning that are going straight to Hallmark, but I think they still have to shop this one.
Okay, that's not a problem. All right. And Alice is just giving you some love, and she said the movie is going to be wonderful. Like, we're all so excited for it.
Yay. It was so fun to do.
I mean, it's fun, and I love rom-com. Like, Hallmark has sort of gotten away from it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, like a true rom-com, but now it's back. So there's a romantic comedy, and Kevin McGarry is hilarious, like off screen, off the set, on the set. So that's amazing.
He's amazing to work with.
And what a beautiful cast. I mean, they're physically beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then when you get to meet them, they're just beautiful people. They're sweet. They have like wonderful stories. They're sincere. So, and then of course the whole palette and the whole idea of the butterfly. So this is going to be a good movie.
It's going to be really fun. I'm excited to see it all come together in the end, because we just see it all chopped up the whole time. So seeing it all together, that's the really fun part.
I hope it has some good music. It will. I know
it will for sure.
It's going to.
Yeah.
Arlene has a question for you before we wrap things up. It says, do you keep pictures of your favorite wardrobe looks as a sample book? Good question.
Oh, well, I don't have a sample book, but I do have a file for every movie. So I have all the fitting pictures and pictures from set in a file. So if I ever want to go back and look at them, I can for sure.
When you take pictures like that behind the scenes and all, is there like contractually or whatever the rules are that you're not allowed to post certain things, or they don't ever say anything?
No, we're not allowed to post anything. So we get the call sheet every day, and on there it says you can't take any pictures to post anywhere. Okay. So we have to take pictures for continuity for our job. So we're allowed to do that, but we can't post them anywhere.
What if after the movie has premiered and it's been out for a while, still no posting?
No, I think we can do that. It's just until the movie comes out, and if the actors allow us to do it as well.
Oh, that's true, because they're in it and you would have to have an okay from them.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to put anything out that they don't like.
Right. Like sometimes you're making a goofy face, or whatever. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With it, right? So Alice asked the question, maybe she will post them. Maybe, Alice, that would come after.
Yeah, maybe after.
You seem kind of busy too.
I mean, just a little bit. We got to work on Christmas now.
Yeah, which is hilarious already. It's Christmas,
Oh, yeah. We do it throughout the summer.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, it's kind of cold now. So that kind of works. But I know that sometimes it's July in the heat and they got winter clothing on, which I don't know how they do it.
So bad for them when we do that. Overheating. But now they're freezing. So it's a hard battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. I mean, I'm really I keep repeating myself. I'm really excited. I don't know what else to say.
It's going to be a good movie. I'm excited to see it.
It is. All right, good. All right. So you have a good night. You could say good night to everyone.
Good night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes, of course we will. I'll say good night too. Don't forget tomorrow. Those of you that are here, we also have our premiere party for When Calls the Heart. We've got giveaways, a game, a cocktail we're making, and I'll see you then. And if you just stay on for 1 minute, Sarah, I'm going to say good night, and then I'll say good night to you in the studio. Bye, everyone.
Bye.